What's up, guys? Eclectic Nerd here again, and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. So, I did a bit of work off camera today, and I actually started getting some of the things together that I'm going to need. I don't have all of them together, but I have enough to at least get started on my next project, which is going to be very large mining ship here. I have enough to probably start the let's see here, the frame and probably the just kind of general layout. I probably didn't even need to do that. Hang on. Should probably a good idea to actually complete that so that it actually locks. So we're gonna get put Rob right to work here. What happened here? There we go. Alright, I need to grab some steel plate here so I can start laying this out. Okay, we're good there. So I think for this design, I am going to use some of the building techniques that I kind of started on the old Nerd's Eye design here, where my thrust power is going to be kind of clustered around, kind of wrapped around a central axis. So let's see, and it's going to be I think the actual hold itself is going to be a 3x3 design. Because at the very least, I want to have a large reactor in the core area. Yeah, that's how I want to do it. And maybe I'll do some angled sides once I get a little closer to having an idea of how this is going to be laid out. Let's see. I don't even know how long this is going to have to be, because I do think I want to put a refinery inside of it, so at least there's some production capability. Let's see, I need something to... Okay, yeah, we're going to start building our box frame here. So this is basically going to be kind of similar to the Galactus design. If you watched my first sort of... actually, wait a second here. Yeah, okay. I was just thinking about something here. So the thruster will actually be stuck on here, like this. Right? I think I'm not thinking of this correctly here. Yeah, I'm not doing this quite right. So basically, okay, so this actually needs to be adjusted slightly. And I do think I'm going to do the strategy that I saw where, well, hang on here. Yeah, that has to be set in like that. the sort of strategy where you basically enclose everything inside of the frame. Like that. Because that seemed to work quite well, not having anything sort of exposed. Now I need to figure out how I'm going to do this here. Let's see, because there's going to be some kind of like sort of preemptive chamber here. Not sure if that's quite how I want to do this. What am I doing on? Okay. I'll probably need to top off my oxygen here, actually. See, I went into this kind of having a thing in like a thing kind of imagined in my head, but it's not quite lining up right. I think because this interior thing for the large reactor ended up being bigger than I originally anticipated here. Let's see here. Or I could just use small reactors. That probably would be a better idea. Yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of small reactors instead, because I think small reactors don't need nearly as many components. So I kind of have to undo what I just did here. And, careful what you're grinding. You're going to lop something off that doesn't need to get lopped off. Because I want this to be fairly small, but yet big enough to be kind of semi-impressive. Nope, not that. So hold on a second here. That means that this... Maybe I'll do a 4x4. So that I'd like it to be even so that it makes it easier for... Just it works out better that way because my drill head is going to be a rotating unit. I guess I'm just going to have to go with a 3x3. That's the only thing I can think of that's going to make this work right. Because that 1x1 that I need, the other odd shape that I needed isn't going to be... There's not going to be enough room in there for me to really do anything, unfortunately. So, I guess we're kind of bound by form factor here, I guess. Let's see. Then I'm curious how big the drill head is going to have to be, because it's going to probably have to be pretty big for what this is going to be doing. It's going to have to clear essentially a 5x5 space. I also wonder if I should rethink how I was going to put those thrusters, because I don't think that system is going to work. I want everything to be efficient. Like I want there to be a very efficient use of space going on here, and I'm not sure if Because before, I just kind of plonked them in the side and called it good. But I do want to kind of put them... I think putting them... Because I ran into issues the first time I built an actual like rotating drill head system. Because I was getting weird torque that was causing the ship to rotate against everything. Let's see here. Yeah, and I could probably... Okay, yeah, that's just going to be part of the sort of structure, the structural area then, I guess. Well, no, because this has to get filled in. So there's going to be like a weird armor. Oh, I get it, I know. So basically, I'll double up on the armor here, and then I'll use small cargo containers so that I've got a little extra carrying room. Probably don't need it though. I am curious to find out if these are how much damage these are going to take, and this is in the wrong spot. It'd be like that and that. Okay. So forms this kind of like crucible area. So is this... How did I connect that? Oh, duh. One of these things is not like the other. Here we go. And there we go. Yeah, because I could I could probably use this extra space to put like gyroscopes, or just use it as a kind of buffer zone between the drill head. So let's see. I think we'll just start right here. Hopefully this is a better idea to just put the frame down rather than try to build the whole thing at once. It seems to be working a lot better. I'm getting it's much better to get an idea of how this is going to look before I start piecing it together. And get this other corner here. Oop. I'm going to have to decide what color it's going to need to be, too. Maybe I'll do the same thing I did with the Galactus thing and make it purple. Just because that's entertaining. Call it Galactus again. Let's see here. Plug this front piece up here. Okay. I think we're about ready to plunk down our conveyor. How big is the rotor, I wonder? Huh. So that takes up like a good amount of space on its own, actually. So I could probably, maybe I could set it, I should set it in a block? Yeah, I think I'll... Let's see here. Yep. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna inset this. Countersink it. Okay. need to build the actual rotor portion here. I need large steel tubes. I think I have some here in Rob. It's funny that I bring Rob out and then I'm not even real. Well, I really don't need to use him yet because I'm still like I'm putting the frame up. I don't need to do the heavy lifting quite yet. I'm just trying to get an idea of how this needs to sit before I actually put it down. I need 2 computers. Dang it. I don't think I have any down there. I think all I have in the base is actually iron. Shoot! Computers. I also need to go and get some gold because I am out of gold. I don't have enough gold to make the thruster components that I'm going to need because I'm going to need quite a few, I imagine. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I kind of like the way that sits. Let's see here. Okay. So I can obviously adjust the offset of that rotor here. Control panel. Allows rotor to move grid up or down to self. Yeah, so I can push it out a bit. Is that? Yeah. Okay, so then we go. Wait, I think the large drills actually have a sort of embedded cargo. What don't I don't need the rotor anymore, so let's see here. Oh, that's perfect. Let's see here. How far up does this need to go to clear? So only like whoop. Get out of the way, Rob. Get out of the way. Whoopsie. Okay. Get my drill back out here. Oh, that looks so cool. I love it already. So let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna need probably 1 extra. Now, I think there is going to be some testing involved here, and I might want to use some conveyors to stagger these, because I did some staggering before, and it seemed to kind of... So it's not just this flat thing going at it. Oh, that is so cool. I can't wait for it to... I already can't wait for it to be done, because it's going to be so badass. Let's see here. You know what? I think I can actually start working on the shell. I can start welding the shell up so far. I'm going to take a look inside here and see what kind of room I'm working with. Okay, so that's our conveyor right here. Let's see, do I want to just put the reactors here? And then again, it's also, do I necessarily want to use this much space? I mean, the only thing that's really going to be this big is that reactor. So let's see, if I did a 1x1, means that there'd be a taper here and just a block, and there would just be a tunnel that I would have to sit in, which probably isn't the best. Yeah. And actually, it doesn't have to be much larger than this. I can probably... gonna start doing some welding here so I can get a better kind of visual of how this needs to be. I'm curious as to whether that landing gear is gonna break, because if it did, that would be not good. Hang on here. I'm gonna do. Don't need drills right now. So I need 72 compute. Wow. Why does it take that many computers? That's insane. Let's go ahead and make like 100 there. And I also needed displays. I just want to see if it's registering mass right now. And if it is, I'm going to be very careful about. Okay, so it does have some mass. Okay. Maybe I'll use this space for gyroscopes. Don't need a flight seat right now. Yeah, like that. Okay. There's basically this conveyor is going to run basically right behind me. Let's see. I mean, the large reactor is really the only thing that's truly limiting this. Let's see if we can do better with small reactors. Yeah, I'm going to use these just because they're not nearly as big. Okay. So debating, yeah. I think I will have. I do want some kind of internal refining capability, just because that's a nice convenience to have. Jesus. So one thing that's always sucks about refineries, they're so freaking big that you can't place them sometimes. I probably need a bunch of steel plate, don't I? Yep. Should have seen that one coming. Alright. So this will probably just sit here. Okay, then rig up a conveyor system here. That's all that. Trying to think if I could be more efficient with this, where the ports are, where the connector ports are going to be, and I can use those to kind of just daisy chain my reactors off of that. Careful. I think that should be a good, at least be able a decent start where I can start looking at this. Oh, hold up. I thought, what's going on here? Is this the bottom? Hang on. I need a reference here. Of course, that's covered up so I can't see it. Okay. Let's see. Small reactors use this weird 90-degree thing. Wait, hang on. I got an idea. I has idea. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these 90-degree edges, and I'm basically just going to kind of like do this weird little weave thing all up along here. Like that. Yep, like that, just like that. Granted, I'm sure using just the one big reactor is probably more effective. Let's see, so I've got 1, 2, 3. I think I'll do 5 because that seems plenty adequate. And if not, I've got a modular system here. Funny how that works out. I always have these like modular builds, so I can put kind of. There we go. So I've got 5 reactors, 4 gyroscopes, nice sized refinery. And it occurred to me that I could do the same thing with cargo containers and use them to fill up basically this dead space that I have going on here. What am I missing? Motors and computers. I do want to finish that just so it gives me a better idea of what kind of ports I'm working with here. Let's see. I need motors and computers. Probably need more computers than that. What happened to like the 1100 motors that I had? I know I had a bunch of them. They're probably sitting down here in the storage space. There's some. I think I only needed 16. We'll find out. Okay. Because on top of this, I'm going to need room to stick my thrusters. Because maybe... Let's see, maybe if I can use the space more effectively and just put them in the skin. No. Also, this throws it off too, big time. Having it like that. Or maybe I'll just build a tail that caps off. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So let's see here. Let's see. Do I want to do the same? Down. Actually, maybe, just maybe, I will do this weird. I have made this idea, this weird stagger thing going on here. Like, don't know. I'm gonna balance it off and do this side. I have to do this. So I need to be able to completely kind of cap this off. Okay, back it up, Rob. Let's see here. This probably isn't anywhere near as efficient as it could be. But I'm still working on this. Is kind of a test design, because I'm not entirely sure if it's going to work at all. Yep. We're just going to go ahead and cap this off here. And I think I'll do, I'll do some kind of like tail that comes off the end of it. And then that tail is where I'll mount the thrust. Let's see, so this side was down, so I'm going to do the opposite here. And this might not even be enough thrust. Let's see, which way did I go? Okay, so going this way. Here. Alright, now we can go ahead and finish off our cap here. Just seems like a lot of wasted space. Yeah, it might be easier. I'm trying to get creative with how I encountered that unexpected torque, and it probably could just be solved using a gyroscope with an override on it. Because this doesn't seem... Oops. Excuse me. Maybe I do need. I'll need to go back and reevaluate the method I'm using here, because I don't think this is probably going to be quite right. Let's see here. What's that? I heard something. Well, it looks cool. I'll give it that much. Let's see here. So I sit here. I'm taking a look to if I can, if this doesn't turn out to be of enough thrust, if I can basically just start adding. Yeah, there's plenty of dead space going on in here that I could probably just as easily add additional thrusters if I need them. So I'm not terribly worried there. Okay. Let's see here. This is one thing that concerns me. All this extra space here, because of the way this goofy roundabout way of doing things. Maybe. Hang on. If I want them offset, they're going to have to sit inside. So I'm going to have to do like a checker pattern. Yeah, I'm not going to use the same thrust pattern as the front. I don't think that's quite the most efficient way to use this space. Okay, let's see here. I need to keep an eye on what I'm grinding off, because I don't want to cut something off and have it drop down on my roof and break a bunch of stuff. Well, it probably won't do much damage. I don't think these really do a whole lot of damage. Hell, when I blew the those charges, these kind of just shrugged it off. Okay, so if I want to do this, this is gonna have to be. Yeah, like that. That's probably a much better way to use the space than that goofy rotating one way that I was doing it. So let's see. Let's see, and then let's see. So I've got 2 down, 1 across, and then this time it'll be. That or hell, what am I doing? Just use the space. You don't need to do weird funky patterns to make this thing work properly. Okay. Let's see, and this might actually provide. Let's see here. Because normally, this is long enough where my braking thrust is basically just it fills up this empty chamber. But if I do like a tail system, and actually. You know what? It's probably better just to do that the whole way around. Wait, hang on here. How's this working? Ah, okay. Weird pattern was throwing me off. There. So I've got like a T and then an interlocking T. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for today. I'm probably going to have to do some work to get more resources, but I think that's a pretty good start. I have to do some minor tweaking with thrusters, but that shouldn't be too hard. So if you are enjoying the series and looking forward to seeing this monster drill an even bigger hole through the moon, be sure to leave a thumbs up. I'll probably do another Space Engineers Experiment episode for that, so I can just kind of chop it down to something a bit more manageable. But yeah, that'll do it for today. And so until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.